I'm going to explain to you the SERVQUAL model. This model has been devised to identify the gap in perception between what the company believes it is delivering to customers and the perception that is carried in the mind of a customer, which may be very different from what is expected. Again, of course, one customer could have a different perception in their mind than another in relation to the service they're expecting for the money they're paying. So this is an area that is very much subjective, and as I say, work has been done to try to identify this area. So going to cover the SERVQUAL model. There are 5 gaps in perception, 5 potential gaps. So if we look at gap 1, you see here between the customer and the company, the firm. This is called the customer expectations and management perceptions gap. Essentially, managers may not know what features connotate high quality, what features a service must have, or what levels of performance are required by their customers. Gap 2, the management perceptions and service quality specifications gap. Resource constraints, market conditions, and/or management indifference may result in this particular gap occurring. Gap 3, the service quality specifications and service delivery gap. There are guidelines that may exist in a company, but contract employees may not be willing or able to perform to these specified standards. Gap 4, service delivery and external communications gap. This is the use of exaggerated promises or lack of information, and this will affect both expectations and perception. And finally, gap 5. Gap 5 is the traditional gap that was recognised. It is the expected service and the perceived service gap. So this gap was originally defined as service quality. This gap is influenced by each of the previous 4 gaps. If management want to close a gap between performance and expectations, then it does become essential to design procedures for being able to measure service performance against customer expectations.